So Wildlings for our school, our aim is to eventually make ourselves redundant in the professional development capacity.
Yeah.
So we'd be really excited to see outdoor learning spaces become mandatory from early childcare all the way through to high school, which is severely lacking. And also the teaching of outdoor learning, so the pedagogy of outdoor learning to become mandatory as well. So we're seeing some universities like the University of Sunshine Coast have one subject on environment and sustainability, which is great. So eventually we'd love that all early childcare workers have at least a taste of what it's like and how to take a class of children out into nature safely.
So to clarify, the Sunshine Coast University actually incorporates an outdoor unit in their early childhood qualification.
Run by Alison Black. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Lovely. Yeah.
So it's starting. So it's there. So I'm hoping in 10 years' time, as much as I love running the professional development workshops, I'd like to think that that's just a natural part of our early childcare degrees and certificates.
So big picture, we have early childhood educators or educators even working in our outside school hours care and into primary and secondary school, passionate about getting children outside, confident about getting children outside.
Policy. Red
Policy.
tape. So things such as, I'm a high school teacher by trade. A brand new school got built in our neighbourhood and they flattened the rainforest.
Yeah.
And then they're asking about how can we bring outdoor learning into our school.
Yeah.
So again, mandating that schools, early childcare centres and everywhere have outdoor learning spaces. And appropriate amounts of it too. So for a school of 1,800, 2,000 from prep to year 12, not forgetting that the high school children also desperately need outdoor learning spaces. Because a football oval is great, but when you've got 1,800 children using one or two ovals, they can't use those just for play. So where else are they going when the scrap heap out the back is out of bounds? The rainforest has been cut down and the ovals are full. And then we're wondering why we're having these behaviour issues in high school.
So when you're saying policy, it's about getting it into policy. To ensure that environments aren't being built, that schools and early learning centres and, outside school hours care environments aren't being built without that consideration of the outdoor spaces.
I have a concern about the vertical childcare centres and schools. I think there's, there can be some lovely things about that, the community-centredness, the facilities, I think that's great. But I'm very concerned about the disconnect of nature.
I've actually heard the term used quite often among educators that there's been a shift towards institutional care. The sheer size of services that are currently being built, the lack of outside spaces and the numbers of children all being corralled in these spaces.
I think, though some research, and I think anecdotally I would disagree with this, but some research says that class sizes don't matter, but I don't know how much research has been done on school size. So anecdotally for me as a teacher in a high school, I can't possibly know 1,800 children or even 900 children. So in a playground situation, how do I connect with you as a child? How do I build a really great relationship with someone I don't even have in my classroom? So that's one aspect of it. And I also think, it comes down to budget and policy and parents and parent and people power. We really need to push our politicians to put the money into education, because if we're not putting it into children, we're not putting it into our future. So our schools need to be smaller. We need to bring back the community, and we can't build big communities. The research says that a typical excellent community is 40 to 60 humans. Not 2,000 children. So if we want deep connection to eliminate all the things we've heard in here, childhood summer, social, emotional, mental illnesses, we need to bring back community, and we can't do that in large centres when that institutionalised education is our community.
It is, yes. In relation to the early childhood space, though, there has been research done around, group sizes and the impacts, on children in those spaces. And it has had negative effects on children's health and well-being.
It seems silly that we need that research, because we know it.
We do know it, Oh, well, thank you very much for your time.
Pleasure.
I really appreciate it. Thank
Thank you.
you. Bye.